Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Casey with Mosaic Mermaid Tarot, and today's pick a card is going to be, you know, since it's spooky season, and you guys know how much I love spooky season, hence the, um, I got creative with the pile toppers. um, Today's reading will be focused around, are they haunted by thoughts of you, and what those thoughts are, feelings and tensions, everything right now. And then I am very, very excited to tell you that I am collabing with the beautiful Sarah over at High Maintenance Hippie. And you have to go over there and see her. She's one of my new favorite voices. I love just listening to her. She's so talented. And let me see, hers is actually going to be centered around spooky signs that you'll see before you meet your future spouse. So while I'm doing like current, she's gonna do the future. So yes, definitely go over, make sure to watch that sister video to this one. I will definitely have that pinned in the comment section below, and also in the description box. So tell her the mermaid sent you. And if you're here from High Maintenance Hippie, Sarah's channel, thank you so much. I hope that you will find some clarity and, you know, just have a little bit of fun too, because we like to do that here. Um, so let's see what your piles are. This first pile we have this Michael Myers from the movies Halloween, but he's like a little garden gnome. So, and that is with this howlite bracelet. Just trying to get there. All right. Oops. This pile might be a little messy. I think these piles might get a little messy today. Okay, so pile one, if you are interested in zodiac signs, we do have Sagittarius, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn. So the letter C might be significant. Pile two, we have the cutest little baby pinhead you've ever seen. And this would be from the movie Hellraiser. He's a little bit creepy, right? And then that's paired with this rose quartz bracelet, and there's like a little elephant on there. And the zodiac signs that came out are Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, and Taurus. Now, I feel compelled to say this is a timeless reading, but at the time that I'm filming it today, it is actually the full harvest supermoon in Aries. So yeah, let's go ahead and mention that in case that's significant for anybody. Um, and pile three, we have our very own little Jason gnome from Friday the 13th. I feel like I want to do the. I don't know how that's going to come across on the. Hopefully, I didn't just like irritate your ear. But we have this also. This is a howlite bracelet, and it's got this little gold elephant on it. And then there's a couple of these little beads here. And the zodiac signs are Aquarius, Leo, Virgo, and Gemini. All right. So if you already know what pile that you want to go with, I have timestamps down below. If you need a small meditation, I will do so right now. Also, just want to mention that if you are interested in seeing your cards being shuffled out, um, there will be also a small time lapse following the meditation. So, thank you so much for being here. Anybody that's coming from Sarah's channel, thank you so much. And all my people, please go over there and show Sarah some love at the High Maintenance Hippie Tarot. So thank you so much. Bye. Hey, pile one. If you chose this little Michael Myers Halloween figurine as a gnome, this is going to be your reading. We also have this Howlite bracelet. It's a little hard on it. So. Okay. And if zodiac signs were something you might be interested in, we have Sagittarius, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn. The letter C might be significant. Let's see what we have for you. Oop. By the way, I did pre-shuffle the oracles. If you missed that, it is down in the timestamps, it'll say shuffles. It's just a little quick time lapse of me shuffling them out to save time. So, oh, okay. So we have hidden depths. Hmm. So, right off the bat, I am getting I feel like you know your worth. You are definitely like a baddie, like a bad bitch. You are, I mean, look at her. She knows she's the shit. Oh, I hearing that Cat's Eye song that I'm the shit. um throat chakra's going out already. There's a lot of blue already. But there's this third eye purple up here where it's like, you know that your person is haunted by you and that you have like this little bit of a hold on their mind because you're very intuitive. And then your person kind of lurks in the background. I don't know if you've ever seen that meme where he just comes out of the bushes. uh, um, yeah, so let's get into it. Let's see what we find. Whew, all right, so we have unstable. You see that there's a pumpkin smashed here. I'm hearing smashing pumpkins. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. Unrequited love. So, yeah, they are definitely haunted by you. They're just not admitting it because they want their freedom. They're not ready to give up their freedom. There's a lot of, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, Spirit's like, shut up. We have this moon energy here, and that's subconscious fears, anxieties, but it's so very orange in the background. It's so very sacral chakra, like. And then you see all these bats here, and it's freaking bats. that little, what was her name? Caitlin? Katie? Katie Ryan. That was her name. So I don't know if that's significant, but she was viral for how totally adorable and cute she was, and she would say it's freaking bats. And there was another one that was one of my favorites. Um, and she says it's always Halloween in my soul, which I kind of feel like, like that's seems like the vibe. But it seems like there's all these messages. Maybe sexually driven. Maybe this is where the anxieties are. because you're separated, and it's like you're just wanting to get a hold of your person, and they know it. They are haunted by it. They have smashed many a pumpkin. um, but it just feels like there is, like, when you say butterflies in my stomach, it's freaking bats. Is what it is. It's just, and it's because your person is kind of in that push pull dynamic where there's a lot of fear on releasing the hounds, is what I just heard. Um, hmm. But they sure do have all these thoughts, and they might even at night just can't sleep. Music. Oh, so you might have a musical connection. So they listen to music and you haunt them. Um, or you send them music that they hear later and it haunts them. It's just seeing how it's just like, it's very sacral in nature with all the orange. But I think your person is very black and white. But you bring this beautiful color to the picture. Okay, and then the bottom of the deck. Oh, well, okay. So I think you got all the pumpkin cards. This is abundance. And you see how it doesn't, it's probably not, but it looks like that those stems are twisted up together. And then there's one that's just by itself. But yeah, it feels like there's third party interference with this connection being abundant, but which could be anything from a person, a family, children, career. It's just whatever distance, whatever's keeping um, the connection from being abundant. But it's like you're like infinitely tied, and you're two pumpkins in a patch, like two peas in a pod. And I think your person, even if they want to run and hide, it's like, how slow Michael Myers is? And it's like, can you just speed this the fuck up a little bit? Just speed it up a little bit. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. And yeah, so, but it's like, how do they always, how does he always catch up to the victim, right? And I think what that's giving me is that you're always together no matter what. And it's always you in their soul, you know? And that's why they're haunted. I'm also hearing that song, Break Stuff. Is it Fred Durst and It was Corn and Limp Bizkit and Jonathan Davis. Um, it's um, Days when you don't want to wake up, everything is fucked, everybody sucks. You really don't know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact. If you interact, your life is on a contract. Your best bet is to stay away, motherfucker. It's just one of those days. So maybe there's some he said, she said bullshit, but um, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because wherever you go, he's gonna find you. You know, Michael Myers is gonna find you and get what he wants. Gonna smash that pumpkin. Um, see, look, plan ahead. I told you he was creepy and spying. Prepare for a rainy day and stay flexible. Adapt, foresight, and invest. So they are a bit unstable right now, but they are trying to plan ahead. They're trying. They're trying to prepare in any way that they know how. They might be spying on your social media. They might, be checking with your friends if you have the same friends. If you work with them, you know how it goes at work. Leap forward. Seize the moment and let yourself be loved fully. Movement, speed, and progress. So this brings me back to, wanting it to be sped up. Like, how is this so slow, but you still catch up to me? Um, so I'm feeling a slow speed coming up under this, like very much a snail's pace. um, and you might want it right now. You might want to talk about it, to invest in the situation, to just have some progress and seize the moment because you don't know what tomorrow brings. But your person is still very much in this single, and it's like there's been a lot of hurt here. And they're not ready to give up their freedom. But what they end up finding out is that love is the freedom, especially when you have never been loved quite like this. It's so foreign to what they're used to. And so they also have some stability issues that they're working on, but they keep that stuff hidden. They keep it hidden and they lurk. But it's okay because you might want to wring their neck and you might blow up their DMs or their phone. Um, but it's because you just want something, some kind of movement, some kind of progress, some tenderness. Having a gentle spirit and being able to care deeply. Real deal, good match. And that's what they know. Deep down, they understand this, and you do too. And look, she's wearing an orange shirt. And it's giving a little bit of George Michael, monkey on my back. It's like they see you as someone who is just there, and they're getting, kind of used to you being there. Maybe you're the unstable one, you know? Um, Maybe they make you unstable because you want them so much and you just want to help. And they're someone who likes to do everything on their own, very, very slowly, very, very practically. I mean, Michael Myers has to be. He always gets what he's coming for, you know? Um, but yeah, your gentle spirit and the way that you care so deeply, even though you're kind of like a monkey on their back, it is a tender little monkey, like a little finger monkey. They know that you're there. They know you're not going anywhere. They know that they're safe with you, but they still don't want to carry that monkey. They want to ride free, but keep their eyes on you. Mend souls. Love with purpose, heal with compassion, empathy, forgive, and renew. And this is what you do with. Sorry, this is falling. I need to put that over here. This is what you bring to the table. I just love how there's just these subtle oranges and this sacral chakra energy. I mean, there is a very much, and thinking of it now, you have this siren and music. It's like you definitely haunt them. You've you sing your song and they know that mm, they know. They know all kinds of things. Um because I don't think you leave too much to the imagination. um so you might be actually spooking your person a little bit. And I think at this point, you don't care. You're just like, I'm here. I'm going to say what I need to say, and good for you. Because I'm always a fan of communication. Um, a few years ago, I lost two sisters within a few months of each other. And since then, I've very much advocated for speaking your truth and making sure people know that you love them, that you feel a certain way about them. Because if it's something that you might regret, if you were to wake up tomorrow, and I'm hearing if tomorrow never comes, by Garth Brooks, um, if tomorrow never comes, will she know how much I loved her? Did I show her every day in every way that she's my only one? Because if my time on earth were through, yeah, I can't go any more into that because I will cry. I'm a double Pisces if you're new here, Scorpio rising. So I'm spicy, but I am a crier. And, there's nothing wrong with crying. That's the number one way your body heals itself, was with tears. And I think that's what you bring to your person. And they're not used to that. They're used to maybe being controlled or not control. It could be different with all of you, but it feels like there has been a number of traumatic relationships um, in the past where they're just really, they want to be in control. Maybe that's up for discussion, is what I just heard in the bedroom. But and now I'm hearing Keith Sweat, Twisted. Got me twisted over you. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Can't think of that without thinking about nobody. Who can sex you like me? Nobody. And I think that is the biggest message here, is that there is so much attraction and just, I'm hearing hungry like the wolf. um, but if this, because this is just a snapshot of energy, if, everybody has free will, they might not ever overcome the fears that haunt them from past. And but I feel like you are mending their soul in one way or another. Even if you never end up together, you are such a light in the darkness for them. Sturdy support. That totally reminds me of Dirty Dancing. Isn't that called like Strange Love or something? Baby, whoa, whoa, baby. My sweet baby, you're the one. Building a strong foundation with combined effort, united, lasting, stable. And you see your tenderness, your love, your humor, your desire, like they know there's nobody else like you. And they know that if they can overcome those fears that they have and understand that you're not trying to hold them down or, well, I mean, unless they want you to. Um, but you're just trying to, at most, be a safe space and a friend with benefits, maybe. But a sturdy support system. And they're just so used to doing everything alone. They've had to learn how to do everything alone. And maybe they like that freedom of being able to, you know, just do whatever they want without having to answer to anyone. Maybe they've always had somebody to answer to. But they could be seeing the abundance, the support, the tenderness, the love and compassion. They know that even when you're unstable and even when they're not giving you anything, you're still giving them their freedom and being abundant. Overall, you are abundant. You are there. You are tied to them until they say otherwise. Okay, and then there's 3 timing cards, and just an extra oracle. So I'm going to look at the number 35. Great rewards come from being part of things bigger than ourselves. And I think you understand that, pile 1. You know that whatever your person is going through is bigger than than what they show, than what you know. But they still always seem to be there, to be just a message away. 3 is growth, 5 is change, 8 is strength. Got that third eye lit up. And it's hard to see us. I'm hearing spooky, scary skeletons. But it's not really normal for you to see us smiling. And I think intuitively this is what keeps you going. Your intuition, your third eye. And knowing that theirs is developing as well. And hopefully that will be that great reward, that abundance. Great rewards, abundance come from being a part of things bigger than ourselves and just always being there. This strong foundation, strength with, so that's Leo energy. Can we see this? And there we also have cycles. Which today is the full harvest supermoon in Aries, if that is significant. Okay. So, as far as timing, there's 3, and it's going to be, there's a lot of people watching. So, take it as it resonates, the same with the messages. We have number 47, indecision is causing delays. Now, that reduces to 11. So 8 and 11 together, justice, they swap in some tarot decks. And I think that, every time I say one, I always think in a little bit of the other. And I think that's kind of, um, you know, it's one of the things that brings you together. It's like you can't have one without a little bit of the other. I think there's so much different between the two of you, but there's also those really important things that matter. And 11 is a very divine number. And it's just hot and cold, hot and cold. It feels like they don't know whether or not to trust themselves. Hmm. 10, which is a cycle, not in this lifetime. And we have those moon cycles over here. And it could have started this way. It could have started with no way. I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm hauling ass. My mom used to say asshole and elbows. That's all you saw. And that's what I feel like is. But you still stayed and you were still you. And I think they're starting to trust that more. So 4 is also a number of foundation, building a strong foundation. 7 is the Chariot. That's movement, forward movement. November, number 25, that reduces to 7 as well. So maybe, you know, they're going to get the drop on you in November. Maybe November 25th is significant. Sometime around Thanksgiving. 5 is change, and it's also the Hierophant, which is self-limiting belief systems, religious factors, commitment, traditions. 2 is High Priestess energy with Pisces. That is, gives me secrets, just like this moon. There's lots of untold fears and just subconsciously it's like intuition, but also still just keeping all that to yourself. It's like these waters are raging right here, and yours are calm. You're just chilling, just thinking and hoping and praying. But you've still got a hold on your person. They think about you all the time. This is very much like an earth and water type energy. But until they learn to calm these waters, they're not going to be able to, I heard, cross that bridge, because it almost looks like that's supposed to be a bridge, but it cuts off. Bridge over troubled waters. But 25 is also, this is 2025, so this could be, October 25th could be significant. Or the 10th of October. Oh, today is 10/10 when this is going to be scheduled. So happy birthday, Lizzie Hale. If you're a Hailstorm fan, I love you. We can be friends. If not, check them out because they're amazing. Anyway, so, let's see. Let's see what the tarot says. How about that? So I cut the deck, and I've got the Hermit and the Ten of Cups. You see how it's like need to make sure I'm holding the deck right. There we go. Just saw the Seven of Swords, and that's sneaky. That's, and it's like, I know that you have feelings for me. Why don't you just say it? It's because they have to have control of that right now. Maybe one day they won't be so scared and they can open up. Maybe one day they'll give up, or you'll give up. It's just, it's up to the free will, What's going on with pile one's person? Queen of Pentacles. Consummate hostess. We've got Taurus energy, impeccable taste, prosperous, organized, grounded, nurturing. This is how they see you. Detailed, caring, Um, okay. Like, and look, she has the same, like, she has some jewelry on her forehead, what's covering her third eye. But it's like, yeah, they do see you as very caring, very real deal. Maybe too detailed. Maybe Queen of Swords. Yeah, that's okay. Well, yeah. So you're also very much like cutthroat when it comes to letting your person know what is up. So we have Aquarius, mentally strong. So you do come off as candid. I think you're both very quick-witted. But you want the things in this relationship to be fair. There's inner strength coming through, direct, chatty. I think you're a little too chatty for your person, but that's where it works. That's what you're trying to convince them of anyway. It's like, I'm chatty, you're quiet. You see how we fit? But they really do. You have realistic. You have an authenticity that is refreshing, but also kind of overwhelming when you're trying to get away from it for a moment. It's like, nope, you're not going anywhere. I'm here forever. Eight of Wands. So that's incoming communication, could be. That's Sagittarius and Mercury energy. We do have Sagittarius coming out in the coins there. So this says slowing down, came out in reverse. Okay. So it's, they want to communicate. You want them to communicate. Um, but that's where the movement stops. Lack of focus, lost momentum, energy block, on hold, delays. Um, Indecision is causing delays. Stall, take time to align. So they are still trying to figure out what the hell's going on. They're like, no, not in this lifetime, but maybe November. It's like it's a push pull thing. It's with their nervous system. We have the King of Pentacles, ultimate provider. So we have counterparts out now. So, I mean, that's very telling. That's Capricorn, and we also have Capricorn here. Strong sense of self-worth. Financially stable, hardworking, dependable, successful, grounded, abundant, secure, and stable. Unstable. You see that? Let's get out one more. This is, today is actually Miss Joy's birthday over at A Journey in Light. Could be your cue to go over there and check her out. But she always calls the King of Pentacles the sugar daddy of the zodiac. So I think about that every time. But happy birthday, Joy. Let's see what comes out over. Okay. So we have worth fighting for, which is Leo and Sagittarius energy. Oh, wait. Mars energy. Sorry. but there's no mistakes. Um, Make a stand, face it head on. It's my life. Don't back down. And see, we have liberty and freedom. They just want to be free to do what they want. Right now, they are trying to figure out what exactly they want. And it's like they do love your support, your energy, they appreciate it. Um, but it's like, how much more can they put you through before you leave, or before it's like somebody it's trying to put off this strong sense of worth, but they're just not there. They're still unstable. They're not stable yet. I just heard maybe in November though. All right. So, oh, what's on the bottom? Oh shit. Yeah, maybe in November. Oh shit. Wait a second. I was holding it upside down. Oh. So, it's actually funny because these this flew out in right side up, upside down. Upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out. That's what I'm feeling. So we have the six, the lovers, Gemini energy, and Mercury. Misaligned values. And we were talking about the Hierophant earlier with the number 5, which is the card before this. And maybe the reason it's so hard for your person to make a decision is because they have so many things going on in their life that you're just on different pages. You're disconnected. There's imbalance. It's like you give and you give and you give and you give, and they take, and then they wonder why you still give. And it's because you love your person. You know, some people are givers. They're overgivers because that's how they learned how to love. That's their love language. But your person doesn't quite trust that. Or maybe other factors, that would cause imbalance or disharmony in their life. It's their life. They are not willing to change. Didn't we see? It's my life. And as far as they're concerned, even if you do make a stand or try to face it, haters gonna hate. They're still gonna be free. But you still continue to be what you told them that you were going to be, and that's because you love them. No matter if they're unstable or insecure, you're still going to fight for the love you feel. Maybe not forever, but you will. You'll fight. You might slow down because Seems like you're pretty fast. Trying to, like, you want to get somewhere right now. I'm hearing, I got a fast car. Oh my goodness. But they have to make positively sure that everything fits instead of just being in the moment. You're like over here with your hidden depths and they can't swim. But what they are hopefully figuring out is that they don't need to swim because you're going to throw them the what is it? The life preserver? Hmm. You might literally have quite literally saved this person's life. I don't that's not going to be for all of you, but I just thought of something I haven't thought of in a while, and that's um when I was 10 years old, I saved somebody's life. I had a my best friend at the time, we went to the beach. But we were at a hotel. We were at the pool, and I just remember looking down and seeing this shadow on the bottom of the pool. And what happened was she never said anything about, not knowing how to swim. And, you know, it just happened. And, there was so many people around. And I remember diving down and getting her, 10 years old. I'm trying, like I'm pulling her to the surface and I'm trying to get to the edge of, just to get her. And I'm keep telling, I'm just like, help, help, help. And people were not seeing. And finally, somebody was paying attention. And it's kind of like that. And I won't get too much more into it, but I mean, she, um, she got CPR. Luckily, there was a hospital right across the street. She was airlifted and she's fine, but she could have died. I mean, um, yeah, I mean, it was really rough for me in the moment. Even at being 10. So there could be some childhood traumas, you know. Um they said that if she hadn't, like, she literally was within under the minute to, like, she would have died. She would have had brain damage. um but I remember it's probably been at least a decade ago now. I went to I went to the doctor, and it turned out to be her father. That was my doctor. And he recognized me, and he was so just instantly like, yeah, I remember you. And just the look in his eyes and how thankful he was to me right then and there. Um, it was, I can't even explain how it felt. So you might have literally or like mentally saved this person from themselves. Swept them off their feet, illuminating their subconscious. There's that moon energy again. Cycle completion. Eight of Cups, walking away. Release what doesn't serve you. Emotionally unfulfilled. There's that guitar. There's that Three of Swords. But there's also the Three of Wands. There's the Five of Swords. Not by the rules. Plot twist. Leveling up. Empress. Ten of Cups. I mean, it might take some time, and again, it might never happen, but it's definitely it's definitely very, very special to them. Like they will always carry you in their heart, and you as well, no matter what the outcome is. Okay, so I'm gonna get some messages and we're gonna get, let's see here. Okay. I told you guys, I told you. It gets real in here sometimes. I will be there by your side when you're ready. That could resonate for you or your person. Just however these messages resonate, if they don't sound like your message, it's someone else's, okay? I wish I would treat you better. Without you in my life, I feel so lost. Your smile is making me melt every time I see your face. I realized so much since we've parted ways. So you might be in a no contact situation or like a minimum contact. Only you can see through me, and that is, I just heard the root of the root, and the root of the root, and the bud of the bud, which is part of an E. E. Cummings poem. It's my favorite poet. Yeah, I've been thinking about the last time I saw you. We are a perfect match made in heaven. No one will ever compare to you. I've been working on my self-love and self-worth. Okay. I'm hearing that song um, by Tonic, I think. And if you could only see the way her eyes can be, how blue her eyes can be when she says she loves me. Blue eyes might be significant. If you could only see. Okay. All right. So I'm going to get some. These are my This is my spicy giggle deck. I do have membership on my channel where I have 18 plus content, and I made this deck for it, but I like using it in the readings just simply because I like ending readings on a giggle. So, let's see what your person would say, what thoughts are haunting them. Your love makes me bloom and bleed for you. You're mine. Gosh. You must be magic because every time I look at you, everyone and everything just disappears. You are my sun, my moon, my stars, my storm, my rainbow, my world. I was yours before we ever even touched each other. I am not a mess that you need to clean up. I own the chaos in my heart, the mayhem in my head, the melancholy swimming through my soul. I just need you to love me, mess and all. And that's what you're doing, pile one. I can spend my time however I want, but all I ever wanted and all I ever needed is you in my arms, my love. That's a little um that's a lyric. There's a lyric from the Depeche Mode song in that all I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Um Enjoy the silence. I want to forget my name while I'm busy moaning yours on the bottom. Let's play out that freaky fantasy that is always on your mind. Where my dark romance book talk girlies is what I'm hearing. Maybe that freaky fantasy is includes a mask um and a bed. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it here though. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Please make sure to go see Sarah over at High Maintenance Hippie to see what the spooky signs that you're going to see before you meet your future spouse. So, yay. If you're coming over here from Sarah's channel, thank you so much for being here. Happy to have you. And yeah, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope it's as beautiful as all of you. Sending you so much love, warm soul hugs. Thank you. Bye. Hey, pile two. you chose this spooky season topper, um, this baby pinhead from Hellraiser. Creepy. And we have also this rose quartz bracelet with this little elephant on there. Elephant in the room. Elephants never forget. We're just gonna put baby in the corner. And nobody puts baby in a corner. Okay, so sorry. If you were interested in zodiac signs, we have Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, and Taurus. Also, please make sure, as this is a collab, if you missed it, go check out Sarah at High Maintenance Hippie. Love her so much. She's collabing with me, and she's going to have a video for what spooky signs you're going to see before you meet your new spouse, your future spouse. So this is kind of current, and then she's doing future energies. So your card is the Rose Fairy. Look at how beautiful this card is. So, honestly, with my OCD, the first thing I'm seeing is how it's spelled differently. And I know this is how you spell it, but what I mean is like it's a different way to spell it. And it just makes me feel like your connection, like it's very different. It's very different. There's 3 roses here that I see, but there is also a couple back here that are kind of, you know, can't see it all. It's like you kind of know a little bit about what's going on over there, but you're not really, you're just focusing on this. Um, Mind, body, spirit, love in these areas, or your person is. The purple in her wings is so, um, like the third eye chakra. And her third eye is actually covered. And she does have this like thorny head crown. There's this also one wrapped around her arm. I mean, it's not a tattoo, it's an actual, but that could be significant. But the look on her face is, yeah, this is mine. I'm keeping it. um, so I think, yes, you do haunt your person's thoughts. Um, And there's some memories that aren't quite clear. You might have known each other for a long time, but they just keep getting clearer, you know? And it feels like a love that is not without its thorns. You know, a rose, every rose has its thorn. Yeah, I'm hearing it. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Let's just no, it's not gonna work like that. Trying to strangle the baby. We're just gonna do that for now, so you can see the card. Okay. If you're interested in seeing me shuffle these out, down below in the timestamps, you'll find one marked shuffles. It's just a little time lapse of shuffling the cards out. So let's get started. And my throat chakra said, honey. That's what I just my goodness. Battle wounds. An ongoing battle, weary and guarded, and hurt in past relationships. And I think this is both of you. Because what I see when I look at this is, first of all, I have a Maine Coon, if you don't know. And her name is Lily. And she's my little soulmate. She's my furry little teddy bear. She's over here on the couch snoring right now. But the way I'm always saying, find you someone who looks at you the way that Lily looks at me. And it's kind of like this mirror image. And I think the connection haunts them because you both are haunted by the same trauma. Not necessarily what happened, but the fact that you have, let's just say, come a long way. This ongoing battle you both have with yourselves. But it's kind of like that mirroring where you bringing out the wounds. You see that, they've got the opposite. So like if they were like looking at each other, like in the mirror, like you would be looking in a mirror, you would see it in the opposite. She's also got one very large tooth there, which reminds me of one of my one of my other cats that passed away. She had a very sizable tooth. We called her everything from it, we called her a lot of little nicknames. My favorite was always Gamork. And if you've seen the Never Ending Story, then you might know what I'm talking about. But she just had this long tooth, and she looked scary, but she was the sweetest thing in the world. We used to tell her she had a Grinch face because her nose sloped down, and she looked like she was mad. But I think the mirroring is like you don't care that your person might be guarded. I think you talk and talk and talk until your throat is giving out. Not that kind of talk, Oh my god, I might have to stop. My goodness. So sorry. Um, so there's a lot of throat chakra energy of just, so this might be a no contact situation, but you bring out these feelings in each other that you have to heal, and these wounds are still healing. Planetary vibes. Planetary influences celestial realms and connection with the cosmos. So you see how there's these two, they have their eyes closed. Um, but this one, eyes are wide open, um, holding the world. And I think in a sea of connections, there's a reason why you can't let this one go. Um, there's a reason why your person is haunted by you. I mean, like, doesn't this look like somebody that's haunted? They all look haunted. um, but they're also haunted by the signs, the synchronicities, the magic. You know, it's like that's the magic of having that third eye open and coming to realize what things really mean, or rather, what's more important. Is it the ego, or is it the death of the ego? Pretty bride, commitment, wedding, marriage, they choose you. But I don't think you feel like you're being chosen. I think you've been waiting quite some time, um, to just be chosen. Um, there's this black widow over here. It makes me feel like she almost looks as if she is sitting here and not moved. Like, feet firmly planted. There's no cold feet here. I'm here. I want to have something, and I want this connection to flourish. But you keep standing there, and you're afraid that if you move away now, you'll feel that poison that you feel whenever you think about not having this particular connection. Um, it's almost like you were walking through life or not walking, just standing still. I'm hearing standing still from Jewel. But standing still just in case. You're a pretty little baby. I'm so in love with you. Okay, let's see what else. Grasp of greed, ego, materialism, possessiveness, selfishness. This is what your person is dealing with. I don't think I think you're further in your spiritual awakening. I think that your person could possibly be going through the dark night of the soul. Um, and although there is forward movement, there is recognition of the cosmos being a part of this connection. It's, you know, they're not quite there. Like, what is that? It's like a dog eating or something. Something looks like it's eating. It's okay, there's a lot of things. It just looks like this dog is like rabidly eating these what look like viscera to me, which makes me think of Euclid um by Sleep Token, which it starts so crazy and then at the end it's like completely different. And I don't think your person wants to be seen in this way or wants to be maybe. I mean, there's still these skeletons in the closet. But you are always on their mind. It's like they know that they are your king, your queen. You know, they know that you're going to be holding holding on to them as they face all these demons down below. You know how dogs get greedy or downright like they will bite the shit out of you if you come towards their food because they are starving. Or I feel like this is this is almost your energy where you're just like, instead of crumbs it's like viscera. You're just like, I am whatever you give me, I'm gonna tear it up. um so I think they are still trying to figure out who they are. They're trying to find their voice. And they don't want to come off as this person because they've changed. On the bottom, key to closed doors. Unlocking mysteries, access to new experiences. Was what was closed is now open. And you see these four blue butterflies that, you know, blue is the throat chakra. And it's like you can see that they're kind of changing. I'm hearing alkaline, sleep token. Every once in a while, something changes, and she's changing me. He talks about how he's altered and there's something beneath. She's nor acid nor alkaline, caught between black and white. Not quite either day or night. She's perfectly misaligned. I'm caught up in her design and how it connects to mine. I see in a different light the object of my desire. And they were like, let's talk about chemistry. Yeah, I mean, because, I mean, you're changing your person for the better. There could be children involved. I always think of pets. So it looks like there's a little baby here. So cute. Emeralds might be significant. It's also the color of the heart chakra. So maybe what's transforming is the way that they connect with you, the way they communicate. But it's, it's transforming because of the heart space. You have this green and blue mixed here. It's like it's the brain, not the brain, the voice and the heart coming together, And there's a key. And there's this little choker around her neck that has the keyhole. So this could be anything from kinky to just unlocking. You see how it's attached to one of the butterflies, like unlock the heart, unlocking the throat chakra, unlocking mysteries, access to new experiences. What was closed before is now open. And you're the key. And that overall energy on the bottom of the deck is awesome. it's it's better than it looks like it's all been progressive. Ambition, high ideals, realistic goals, and reaching objectives. So, coming up under battle wounds, that looks like a blood moon, but it's also, and blood moon is pile 3. So you might have messages there, but I want to make sure that you can see, even though this is there. Okay, so battle wounds, ongoing battle, weary, guarded, hurt, and past relationship. They are now starting to develop this third eye energy, this they have high ideals and they're very ambitious, but it feels like they are trying to think of realistic goals or objectives for this connection. Yeah, unmasking the truth. And look, this blue feather here is the only color in the whole. And that my throat's actually doing a little bit better, but the eyes see only what the mind is prepared to know. Coming up under that third eye energy there. Self-compassion. There we go. Okay, so self-compassion. Embracing imperfections helps you find strength, growth mindset, and resilience. And I think this is for both of you. I think your person is realizing that how strong and resilient they are. I think you might be their biggest cheerleader. That's what I'm saying. It's just, but see, you have this is very, very progressive energy. Goals, objectives, self examining, growth mindset. They're finally starting to embrace the imperfections in the connection as well as themselves, and thinking kind of differently about what they saw you at. Like you were only seen for your thorns, and now you've kind of bloomed and blossomed into this beautiful red rose. Reflection. See, it's all about going through these, from taking the mask off. It might be slow and it might be peeling like an onion in so many layers, but they are, um, you know, look, and it says, observe before acting, contemplate the next move. So they don't want to come off egotistical. They do want to at least come off as someone who, you know, they are ambitious. You might see right through them and they might reveal that to you. Um, Now that they are starting to gather more strength and resilience to the fear that they have from the hurt in past relationships, from the ongoing battle that they don't want to have with you. But things don't change overnight. So they come to you when they can. They are constantly contemplating the next move. And I think it changes with the tides. I mean, they could want to bring something and then immediately put their mask back on. I feel like you both have imperfections and you mirror that, but I think right now it is finally becoming to a point where you can see that it has created growth. They're definitely haunted. I mean, like, definitely haunted. Blue moon. Wow. Didn't I? Yeah, it looked like a blood moon. This is a blue moon. So, you know that phrase, once in a blue moon, of course. And I think that really only, it happens once every couple of years, I think. If you know, let me know down below. I just know it's rare. And look how it looks like there's this beautiful bubble around that blue moon. And I don't know if I mentioned it. Did I mention it? Yes, because this was the Aries pile. It's a full moon today. It's actually a super moon. A super full moon. I don't know. It's in Aries and it's it's there's too many things to get into with what's going on with this harvest moon right now, because this is a timeless reading, so I don't want to put too much on that. But I mean, you can I have something up I shared from beautiful Holly over at Crystal Rose Tarot. Check her out. That could be your sign. But she put up something, kind of telling you about the the things you kind of need to worry about right now. um, but I digress. This blue moon, rare opportunity, make a wish, good luck. What was closed before is now open, unlocking mysteries, access to new experiences. So I feel like this being the overall energy, things are progressing. And this bubble that's around you, there's so much growth in just this little bubble that you have. Now, I got these. These are for timing. And these are just some extra oracle cards. Two came out. So I had one in pile one, two. Um, that could be some kind of confirmation for someone. Okay, so just so there's lots of people watching this. With this and messages, you always want to only take what resonates. And if you're like, what? Then it's probably not for you. But, okay, let's see what we got. 27, 3 months from now. Look at the roses. There's 3. Okay, so let's break this down. First of all, what is the day? Alexa, what day will it be 90 days from today?
This might answer your question. January 1st, 1990 was on a Monday.
I don't know if that's significant, but that's not what I was looking for. You have to word it just right. I don't know. I have an old Alexa and she just don't be knowing things, but she do be knowing things. So let's see again. Alexa, how many... No, Alexa, never mind. I have to phrase it just the right way. Alexa, what day will it be 90 days from today?
This might answer your question. January 1st, 1990
Alexa,
was on a Monday.
Alexa, what day will it be 90 days from...
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Alexa, what day will it be 90 days from now?
90 days from now will be Tuesday, January 6th, 2026.
Well, that sounds right. You see how you have to kind of tweak the friggin' question until you can get an answer? And this might be how, because I'm so aggravated, because I have to do this with her all the time. I have to figure out exactly the right way to say something for her to give me the proper answer. Um, so that could be significant. But what did she said? January 6th, 2026. So, um, January again, fireworks. January 15th. Hmm. So, winter is coming, is what I just heard. Um, so January might be significant. Is that Capricorn and Aquarius? Did we get no? Capricorn was pile one, so if that is significant, and then Aquarius must be pile three because I don't see it here. So this reduces to 6 as well, January 6th. Um, 1 is a new beginning, 5 is change. 6 is that lover's energy, it's a choice of the heart. Hmm. 2 is High Priestess, which is Pisces energy. 7 is Cancer energy. We have Pisces over here. That's kind of like secrets and intuition. 7 is Chariot, movement. So there could be some movement in the coming months. So roses might be significant. Okay, so number 53, I believe that pile one's card was number 35. So it's a mirror. So these piles might mirror each other. I do remember divine counterparts coming out with the tarot, so we'll see what happens there. But it says better to regret the things you've done than to regret the things you didn't do. You know? And to me, this is like somebody who has kind of lost their head. Um, kind of lost their mind. And there's like this little message card up here with a heart sealing it. Just makes me feel like there's so many things that need to be said, um, that you would regret if you didn't communicate. Um, and it's kind of like, if you feel a certain type of way, then wouldn't you feel better if you kind of communicated that instead of holding it in and then allowing it to eat away at you? It's like literally the difference between this and this. 5 is that Hierophant energy, and 3 is Empress. 8 is Strength with Leo energy. 3 is growth, and 5 is change. So they are haunted by you, yes. Maybe even multiple memories, um, or ideas, or you're constantly in their thoughts. Um, yeah, it's kind of like what I call my because I'm a bit neurospicy, so I have OCD and I take medication, but it doesn't, cure, it's not cure all. But it's like the way that my brain works. It's like popcorn in my brain, like the thoughts, and whether they're bad or good. Um, this is what's going on unless I'm focusing. Um, and it's like right up underneath that, it's like they want to communicate their feelings of love or their feelings of future energy. Look at that. Number 26, also reducing to 8. So then now we have 8 8, which is 16, which is 1 6, which is also the Tower, which is Scorpio energy. Um okay. I'm sorry. Numbers and sync, yeah, I'm just like, okay. Um so this says you can only meet people as deeply as you've met yourself. And that is, and there's this little eye open on the cup here. Um, kind of like diving into the, it looks like the universe, like a void. You see a moon and a bunch of stars. But you are living in the depths. Hidden depths was the first, pile one's card. The more I see, the more I think that this is connected to pile one. Um, but yeah, I just keep hearing that. You know how they say, think of the cup as half full instead of half empty. But even if the cup is half empty, you can still drown in that, right? I mean, you can still be depressed and kind of in the grasp of the ego, the ongoing battle, the mask. I think you make your person feel like they're not living up to this expectation, but that's their own self limiting beliefs and thoughts. And because all you've tried to do is be, um, share your depth, because for you, that is um, what brings clarity. For them, it's what brings fear. And they're just not ready, but could be. There is a lot of progressive energy here. Um, yeah. Hmm. Let's see what the tarot says. Oops. Okay. Okay. Well, we have the Hierophant showing itself. Religious traditions. We have Jupiter and Taurus. Number 5, change. Um, Emotional mastery. It's Cancer energy. Um, but yeah, we've got. It's like. mm, Whatever this is that you have isn't conventional. Where your person has always been a very conventional person, a very right and wrong, black and white. Um, that's weird. Can we like do that again? That hurt me. I just feel like there needs to be a conversation. I just saw 3 of Cups at the bottom. You know, there needs to be a party. Where you can invite all of your personalities, you and your person. um, no, but for real, I think there's a lot of feelings that could be sorted just by a safe, non threatening conversation. Not, you know, 8 of Wands. This came out in pile 1. Now, it also came out upside down. Slowing down, Sagittarius, Mercury. Lack of focus, lost momentum, energy block on hold, delays, stall, time. Take time to align. Yeah. And eights are about movement and strength. Leo energy again. Fire. There's lots of fire here. Um, Look at that. Now the lovers came up also in pile 1 as the bottom of the deck. But the way I was holding the deck, it was upside down. That's why I checked to see if this was upside down. No, it came out upside down again. But this time, the Lover's card is upright. So we have Gemini energy with Mercury. And of course, number 6. And 6 is that number of healing, of unconditional love, the choice of the heart space, being open, union, duality, love, harmony. It's just, this is, y'all are stuck somewhere here in the middle. or this is like your person versus you, the energy that you're bringing to this connection. You're like, let's go. I'm ready. And they're like, I need to take some time to align. I need to put this on hold. What's going on with pile two? Judgment. Heeding the call. So that's Libra energy with, I think that is, yeah, that's Uranus. Also, this is cool because I don't know if I've mentioned it now. If you're new here or new to me, I absolutely adore Lizzie Hale. Um, she is like my everything. She's the lead singer of Hailstorm, but her birthday, like I'm filming this on a full moon, but it's being put up for you guys on 10/10, and that's her birthday. And so when I see, she likes to sign things as XX sometimes on with her signature, and yeah, so it just, I always think about that. So you guys could have a musical connection. Um, let's see. New spiritual story, forgiveness, awakening, evaluation, rebirth, action, decision, renewal. See, I think your person, what holds them back is the fear of judgment. When I think you are at a point where you don't care what anybody thinks. You know, you're just going to wait here until you die. um, and then you're going to haunt your person. You'll be like, you don't leave me cold out in the cold until, because I will haunt you. And you do, you haunt them. Three of Cups. There it is again. Time to celebrate. That's Cancer energy, and that's Mercury. Social gatherings, friendship, parties, good times, reunion, collaborative artistic pursuits. But good times, friendship. Who can say no to that, you know? Or maybe this is part of the grasp of greed, the ego. This is what they want to do now. I know there was a very much a freedom energy in pile one. They want to be free from judgment. And that could still mean the ego, you know. Let's get one more. Are you shitting me? So there's number 16, 1 6. Um, so, and, okay, a reckoning. Well, there's a song by Hailstorm called The Reckoning, and it is such a good song. She says, the reckoning that you never saw coming. I'm the reaper outside your door. You took everything, made me feel less than nothing. I'm getting what I came for. Like the sound of falling stars crashing in the dark, I said a prayer and buried your name, and through the ashes I rose like wildfire. The reckoning. So that, it's a tower moment for sure. So, and 16 reduces to 7. So maybe that tower moment is figuring out what their heart wants to choose. with the sixth energy of lovers, Gemini, choice of the heart. And, that one is a new beginning. It's the magician, it's manifesting. It's, this is Mars energy. I don't know if I said that, but we have Scorpio and Aries. Uh, so, again, ma'am, now that's Lily. That's that's my little baby right there. And you know what happens is she is so spoiled. She's she's in the bedroom right now on the bed crying so that I will come take a nap and snuggle with her and scratch her belly and snuggle her like a little teddy bear. She's she's often showing up in the background of my videos, and that could be some kind of sign for you. But like you're just waiting for your person to come scratch your belly or snuggle you or something. But there's this, there's tower is, that's happening. Um, I'm seeing that meme with from The Office where Steve Carell is running around. It's happening. That's what I feel like here. Um, mm, so revelations are coming. I think, and this coming up over the ego, I think your person is coming into some self compassion and some reflection. And once that tower hits, that's what unlocks the mysteries. That's what provides the rare opportunities. Sorry, I had to readjust my chair. Um, but I mean, what's in the bottom? Wow, y'all. Wow. Okay, so we have Cancer, Venus energy, and a loving exchange, Two of Cups. That is soulmate energy. Companionship, mutual feelings, new partner, agreement, in sync. This is where, in the end, this is where you both want to be, even if it's not with each other, even if that's what the conversation entails. You just, you just want to hold your person's hand. Let me see. I'm nosy. Ten of Wands. Yeah. They are carrying a very heavy load. We've got Sagittarius and Saturn. They are overwhelmed. They are over the limit. They have a lot of responsibilities. And that's part of the reason why they have not been able to give to this connection. I think they're trying to have self compassion because their growth mindset, they know that you understand the way that they move, the way that they need time without judgment, because this is what they, and you're just like that ghost. You're just like, I'll be here whenever you need me. And divine feminine. Yeah. So there's your Taurus, Venus. Number 3, Taurus is over here. Um, Sensual beauty, motherhood, pregnancy, nurturing, creation, fertility, beauty. So, yeah, there is a desire to Um, I mean, you are kind of everything. You're everything. Making progress. Waxing moon, 1 to 2 weeks. Ooh. Shifting consciousness, gaining strength. Final steps. Increase. Giving and receiving. Taurus moon. Generosity, balance, kindness, equal give and take. This is being valued, being cared about. Maybe this is the conversation, you know? Just something to make connected to nature. Now, the Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy, is the slowest night. So, yes, they are stubborn, they are defensive, they are practical, they are slow, but they are also, when they want to be, um, very persistent, um, very patient, very loyal, very protective. And there's that Pisces energy with, um, also Sagittarius, Neptune, number 12 with the Hanged Man, new perspective. So your person may have had this aha moment, but look, not what it seems. Aquarius moon. This right here is the mask, the strategy, the self-interest, the just being too afraid. But then we have the dick stick, as I love to call it, because, you know, I don't know if you've ever watched Charlotte at Happy Twins, but that's the first time I ever. That's the first one I learned because of what she's like. That's the dick stick. I was like, oh my god, that's my card. Oh my goodness. So a passionate start. Oof, my heart just started beating. Um, New passion and love for life, attraction, go for it, igniting desire, doing it together. I'm hearing LL Cool J doing it and doing it and doing it well. And so there's goals, there's things in mind. Um, they're just still, depending on where they are with their with all of this. Um, you know, it's gonna be slow moving, but um, everyone's timeline is a little different. And like I said, it could be that your person is one of those who will not be able to face this tower or judgment. But it damn sure seems like it. So one day, I just heard that. I don't know if you remember that song from Baz Luhrmann, Sunscreen. And he says, on an idle Tuesday. And that's what I heard. Some idle Tuesday. Um, yeah. Let's see what messages we get, because this is getting long. But look at that. My dreams. You're so smart. I've been dreaming about you. In my dreams, we are so free and in love. Wish I could stay there forever. You're so smart. Your intellect really turns me on. You're so smart, and I really enjoy our conversations. So, there might be a dream connection. It's also making me think of Selena, dreaming of you. Okay, let's see. What's going on with pile two's person? What would they say? Missing you. I miss you. I wish things were different. It's simple, really. How do I feel? I want you, us, forever. Oh, I was about to turn that over. You're mysterious. I can never seem to figure you out. Sometimes I feel like you're hiding something from me. Never really know where I stand with you. That's that Seven of Swords energy. Like, sneaky. Like, why are you keeping these things from me or not answering these questions? Or, that just makes them. I know we talked about how towards this end of this timeline, it is kind of a mutual understanding where the connection is and what um, your coping mechanisms might be, um, where you can see right through. I'm hearing see right through you, Alanis Morissette. But I feel like this is you or has been you, you know? But now you kind of know better. See? Nervous. Look at that. You make me nervous. Even just thinking about you, I get nervous. I'm not sure what to say or how to act around you. That is absolutely spot on for what this is. And then I'm going to hold on here. Your perfection. Your beauty amazes me. I'm not sure how I attracted in someone like you, but I'm forever grateful. And they don't want to fuck it up. They don't want to fuck it up. Okay. So I'm going to get my I made this deck. It's called my spicy giggle deck, and I made it for my spicy content that I have on my membership. So all that information is down below. Also, if you want to dig into this, I do offer personal readings, and I do also offer a rush option, which was very popular this week. Um, so thank you to those beautiful subscribers. Um, but yeah, if you, all my information is down below if you want to uh, talk about it. But this is something I decided to start using just because I like ending the readings on a giggle, you know. But I mean, there's definitely going to be something spicy coming out of here. Pile two. Let's play. Truth. Tell me a fantasy you've never shared. Dare. Send me a spicy confession. Pile two. Oh, it wants to come out. Whew, hour after hour of sweet pleasure. After this, I guarantee you'll never want to leave. Shut your eyes and think about what I'm about to do. Sit back, relax. I'll take my time. This lovin's all for you. I just Started to hear, I'm so into you. Is that SWV? Oh, and I'm hearing weak in the knees. Get so weak in the knees I can hardly speak. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's exactly how it feels. Okay, well, let's just. My goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Me, you, bed, now. I can't get you off my mind. If I don't distract myself, I end up touching myself. You'll be the end of me. I keep thinking of these super hot dreams of us together. You guys might have a dream connection. You're now. This is a lyric from Sleep Token song, "Dangerous." You're dangerous to me. I notice every time we meet. I feel the ground beneath my feet giving way. You've got me talking in my sleep as if you're conquering my dreams. You have awakened what's beneath again. The next line is, I thought I could resist you. Nope, no, you can't. You're haunted by me. You're haunted. I. I wonder how disturbing it is to just think about just how much I feel for you. I don't understand. It was meant to feel joyful and whole. But here I am in pieces. I need you. Some people are so lost in their heads, some are lost in their hearts. Some feel so lost, they find the most beautiful places that some of us will never live to fill. I want you to do that freaky thing I love so much. Okay. On the bottom, you got lots of messages. We have, my soul just thinks your soul is pure magic. Our wounds match. It's exactly what we're talking about. Our inner children, the best of friends. Yeah, your little inner demon children get along. They are the best of friends. So yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to the channel, if you're coming over from Sarah's, thank you so much. Um, and I hope that you got some clarity or at least had a giggle or two. And yeah, make sure all my people go over and see Sarah at the High Maintenance Hippie Tarot. I will have her video down below in the comment section and in the description. It'll be linked. And then you can find out about the spooky signs that you're going to start seeing before you meet your future spouse. Oh, goodness. This was a ride. Um, so, yeah, sending so much love to you all. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope it's as beautiful as you. Love you guys. Bye. Hey, pile three. Happy spooky season if you chose the Friday the 13th Jason gnome. I almost said elf. um, but yeah, that's him. Or the Howlite bracelet. And then there's a little elephant. So, elephant in the room. Elephant never forgets. However, it resonates. Just right here. Okay. If you were interested in the zodiac signs, we have Leo, Virgo, Aquarius, and Gemini. Your card, Blood Moon. So this is very okay. So first thing I'm looking at is a scepter and how it reminds me of the Ace of Wands, um, which we lovingly call the dick stick because when I learned, well, what stuck in my brain was when I heard Charlotte from Happy Souls 1111. Or Happy Twins, and that's what she called it, and she it's stuck. It's stuck. So that's what I think when I think of the Ace of Wands. It's very fiery energy already. Um, Leo is the only fire sign that came out, but we see something resembling, for me, a tower, and the moon card. The tower is number 16, the moon is number 18. So, hmm, Scorpio energy. I'm feeling definitely. And she's just this is the pile, for those of you who have really found their inner baddie, their inner bad bitch. Um, yeah. You're just like, come and get it if you want it. If not, look, there's blood on her hands. I'm hearing red right hand. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. I have so many songs in my head right now. I have Little Red Riding Hood in my head. Little Red Riding Hood. You sure are looking good. I do think you haunt them. Yes. Right off the bat. This is you causing chaos in your person's dreams and daydreams, and just always there. Holding on to that stick. Like, very, um yeah, I'm hearing so many like Halloween songs. Witchcraft. um because this hair is just like, I mean, is she not bad as hell? I'm hearing that lyric from the song Provider, Sleep Token. The only bad baddie spitting nice in the room. I just can't get over how this energy, like, you are feeling it. Yep, you haunt them. So let's see what comes out here. Now, if you are interested in seeing me shuffle these out, I have a little time lapse at the beginning. If you look in the timestamps, it'll say shuffles, but you can see me shuffle out the cards in like a little time lapse. I like to make those. Um, but let's get started. Running. Oh, yeah. And I ran so far away, couldn't get away. Bad moon rising. Hmm. Yeah. So this right here is ghosting, disappearing, invisible. She's very much like looking forward, and this is very much like hauling ass. As my mama used to say, she's all you see is asshole and elbows as they're gone, running. Um, let's see. Realizations, epiphanies, understandings, and awakenings. Heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions, and messed up. Look at how all of this happened in the first pile. It was like all like so very like sacral chakra, like yeah. I think I think you hold the wand. That's what I just heard. Intuition. Is it red again? Whew. Um, heart song, telepathy, inner knowing. Where's my throat chakra? Look at all this, all the colors. That's awesome. And there's even the purple. My goodness. There's no blue. There's no blue in my throat. It's like so yeah. Um there could be a musical connection. Um looks like he's running through water. He's definitely in his feelings there. And then there's these lights, like there are all these little ideas. And look at how there's this heart here and this heart here. One's in the fog and one's, you know, one knows and the other one is kind of blocking the emotions there. It's kind of a back and forth that they might be going through, cycling through, many moons, I just heard. And the overall energy is this card has come up in so many readings lately. And I think it's because I have some Mariah fans. Because when I see this card, I see like so many Mariah songs. I'm thinking One Sweet Day, um, Someday, um, Love Takes Time. I also think of Somewhere Out There, James Ingram and Linda Ronstadt. That was the first song, or that movie, uh, American Tail, well, Fievel. I just remember him singing that song, and that's like the first time I remember like being moved to tears at, watching, and I've been crying ever since. I'm a double Pisces. I know how to navigate my emotions. So that might be something that is significant, you know, with you. You definitely look like, damn, the Queen of Wands right there. Queen of, anyway, so this is very like 1 foot, like dipping the toe in the water, or in this case, the colors. Um, I think you've brought a lot of color into your person's inner world. And it's like they keep, they've, it's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Maybe one day, but you know, are you going to wait? If we remember the Someday song, just think again because I don't need your love anymore, you know? Um, this also reminds me of a song, Another Night, Another Dream, but Always You. Vision of love that seems to be true. And the night I have dreams of love. That is the real McCoy. So, like, there is so many emotions here. And I don't know, this might be significant, but I want to say Veniligo, but I'm not sure if that's the right way to say it or if it's the right thing. But that always reminds me of, because it just kind of looks like, I don't know if it is or if it's just made to look like a dirty foot. I don't know. But it looks like doesn't it? I don't know. I guess it does look a little dirty up here, but it just reminds me of, like, to me, it's like the yin and the yang, the shadow and the light, the darkness inside. I'm so sorry. But we finally see a little bit of blue here, a little touch here, a touch there. So you might get a little breadcrumb here, breadcrumb there. I can hear there's we have a bird's nest outside in the tree, and all I can hear is little birds just meep, 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 meep. Huh. All right, let's see what came out as the brawler, lack of empathy and confrontation. I don't know if you can see how pretty, but just see how it's wrapping the hand up there. Reminds me of you know, Jean Claude Van Damme movie where he wraps his hand up and um they roll him in glass and then they fight. And it's um like you brought some sharpness. Like the amount of empathy that you bring is like a direct confrontation with the lack of empathy they feel they bring. But that's why you should be see your person is they it's like they can barely get the words out, but then they really just don't know what to say, so they just keep running away. um and you're like fearless at this point. You've cycled so many times through being the chaser, through being um just trying to be there because you know what your inner knowing is. And as far as your intuition with your person, you feel like you know, and you feel like you know, and you feel like you know, and then it's like, maybe I don't. So you're starting to doubt your intuition because of the mixed signals. When I think you're just further along as far as your person still, like, it's all very dark except for this card. So your person might be in the middle of like a dark night of the soul. Maybe even, I mean, they might have some demons that they just can't, that have just got a hold on them. And one day, they they've got their toes in the thoughts and the epiphanies and the little realizations of what could be, that it's in their mind, but their mind is really dark right now. So it's like bringing a knife to a gunfight is what I just heard. But yeah, it's like they don't want that conflict at all. They don't want a confrontation. They don't. They're just like, bye. The champion, achievement, downfall. Okay, so epiphanies, understandings, awakenings, realizations. Downfall and achievement. It just makes me feel like your person is either coming to the realization or stuck with the ego. And this is something that could be one of the reasons that they run from this connection. Hmm. The air. Unseen potential and hesitation coming up under mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up, heart fog. Hmm. There's a lot of hands. There's a lot of hands. Um, there's a crown here. See, even I'm hesitating to. I feel like your person's the hesitating is the understandings that they have had, the epiphanies, the awakenings, that they don't want to do this anymore. They don't want to run anymore. But, you can't like change overnight. You don't do something your whole life and then just change. Things are foggy. As long as, you know, there's some kind of progress, it feels like one day. It's foggy now between, excuse me? That was Ruby. Lily made her, she, yeah, she was crying all in pile too. Um, let's see, the merchant, self worth, trade, and that's giving Libra energy. I don't know if I've mentioned yet in this pile, but today that I am filming is, no, this is timeless, but it is the uh, full harvest supermoon in Aries, in case that's significant for anybody. But it's also Libra season when we. Um, did I mention that this is a collab? Did I even say that in the beginning? I've been, trying to be good about saying that in the beginning. And I feel like I missed it this time. I don't know, but this is a collab. This video with the beautiful Sarah at High Maintenance Hippie Tarot. And yeah, this is a present look at who you're haunting. She's going to have a video, which I've linked down below, um, that, is the sister video to this that will show you what spooky signs that you're going to come across before you meet your future spouse. So make sure to check that out and go give her some love. If you're here from Sarah's channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. Um, so, self worth, trade. We've also got, what are these, apples? Mm, gives me that kind of that temptation, forbidden fruit kind of thing. There needs to be some balance because I think you guys both have self worth issues. I think telepathy could actually um, be something that you experience, or um, dreams, um, or music. But I think you mirror a lot of issues, um, and self worth is one of them. But it needs to be balanced, more balanced, because I feel like a little bit of a conversation could go a long way to ease both minds. And yeah, it would just like, I had this like super like anxiety for a minute there, when I remembered that I forgot. I don't know that I forgot because I can't even remember 5 seconds ago, but that I forgot, if I forgot to mention in the beginning of the pile that this was a collab, because that's special about this video, you know. um I'm being, in that moment I was considering being considerate of how I would feel if, we got mid pile and I was, on the other end. And I think we like to do that a lot. We like to, especially when we feel like we're mirroring. Um, we have consideration, and some of us don't really work the same. What you might see as consideration, they might feel like it's the opposite. But I think with the mixed signals, the blocked emotions, um, there has really been, between your intuition and their epiphanies, I think you meet somewhere in the middle. And sometimes it gets messed up. Sometimes there's hesitation and lack of empathy and lack of self worth. The hunter, sure footedness, no shit. All these hands, and there's 1 foot. Sure footedness. That is so fucking crazy. It says sure footedness and predestination. Huh. So, well, it seems like being the overall energy and being. Do you see how that lines up? That just lined up like that. I was like, oh, um, yeah, that is so cool. So, one day, not today, but one day, they. It's kind of like they have allowed some of the seeds to sprout, some of the epiphanies to sparkle a little bit, some of them temptations. Um, yeah, some of those dreams, come to light. And even though they're not near ready, the thoughts are there. And so there's kind of like, it feels like it doesn't matter that they're sure and you're sure that there's something that's always going to be there. There's so many, like, somewhere, someday. Um, yeah, one sweet day, there will be. See, I don't even have words. This sure-footedness, it keeps. I keep looking at it, and I'm like, that's crazy. But they're thinking about it. It's like the pre think to the pre think to the pre. There's this person is very much someone who wants to know the A, B, C, D, what could happen, wants to have like a plan Z, like every, and what's coming around every corner. But these are the timing cards that I chose, or not chose, that I shuffled out, with the another one last oracle card. Now, there's going to be more than quite a few people that will see this. So, only take messages that resonate with you. Your intuition will, let you know if the message is for you. If it doesn't feel right, then just let it go. Um, that wasn't meant for you. So, but it's just, this is, I love the energy, but I'm also like frustrated with the energy. I almost feel like pile one and two were counterparts, and this is the both of you, for some of you anyway. But let's get to the timing now. So, you know, just take what resonates. It may not be for all of you. And obviously, people have free will, and this is just a snapshot in time. And, you know, always trust your intuition and be discerning. 8. The time is now. Pile 2, both cards that came out equaled up to 8. It was 8 and 8, which was the tower. It was like a tower moment because I was like 16. Um, but the time is now. The time is now. What is that? Is that somebody like on the edge of like a cliff or something? They're right on the edge of, you know, diving in. It's a waterfall back there. That's a lot of water. That's a lot of water. Um, February. This keeps coming up. Um, yeah, was it pile one that had like all these numbers have like reduced and come to 16, or there was a January 6th, there was um, hmm. Now this, if you reduce this to 7 and come over here and add it to the 8, that's 15, which is devil energy, which is more what I feel in this area. Like, and I feel like that's kind of what they're dealing with right now. This might be one toe dipping in, but it also feels like one foot in the grave. Um, and they're fighting for their life. Like they're fighting for um, just getting through the day. But this also um, being 7 with the chariot energy in Cancer, it's forward movement. So maybe February could be significant. Um, this would be Aquarius and Pisces season. Yeah, so six is all about unconditional love and healing, and 1 is about new beginnings. Hmm. 8 plus 16 is 24. That is 6. So there's just a lot of Hmm. It could be so good, is what I keep hearing. 58. Okay, so like ivy, we grow best where there is room for us. Yeah, how beautiful. I love these cards. So there's growth, but there's also a lot of poison within the growth. I keep hearing poison ivy, and she kind of looks like poison ivy. She's got the red hair. Um, I know she's not wearing green, but just the ivy. Poison ivy. Um, but okay, so 5 is change, 8 is strength. And you've been with this Hierophant energy with self limiting beliefs. Um, and 8 is action. It's like you want something to change, you want to grow, you want to nurture the connection, you want there to be transformation with that 13. Um, Scorpio energy, death and rebirth. But like you're still just so confused whether or not there's room for you, and they're confused whether or not there's room for you, and or how to even bring this together. And I feel like you kind of feel like you're going to be, it's almost like 1 foot in, 1 foot in the grave. It's like optimistic, pessimistic. It's like the dreamer and the person who does the practical. Hmm. But it's going to take strength and change before. And a conversation, I keep getting, I think without um, actual communication, there's nothing anywhere. So, communication is key, always. Find out what, you know, if you have something to say and you're worried, um, if that person wasn't there tomorrow, what would you say to them? And if there's some kind of regret that would come with um, telling them things, it's you just keep telling them. But you don't have to always make sure that you're filling your own cup, and always make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and be discerning. Try to wear those rose colored glasses. Um, Notice when things are toxic. But if you and every other way feel like there's possibly something there, then, it just seems like there's these cracks. Like your person was like this is their heart, and it was broken. And I keep thinking that quote that, where it's broken, that's where the light gets in, where it's cracked. And I think you're a light that has gotten one one little foot in their heart, and the other one in the grave. Um, but right now, I keep hearing the Poison Ivy song. It makes me itchy. I think, oh my goodness. Yeah, I think you make them itchy with anxiety. Like you could be poison, um, but you're still nurturing, watering, trying to be something that can band-aid your person, heal your person in some kind of way. But you got to know that the only person that can heal is themselves. You can only love them. You can't heal them. They got to do that. So I think you're pretty much in your, like, you know what's up. They know what's up. And it's going to take a lot of growth, change, transformation. Um, hmm. Yeah. Let's see what's in what comes from the tarot. Oops. Told you this messing was gonna be reading. This reading was gonna be messy. Messy, messy. It's just it's so confusing. It's even got me rolling around in my head like that, because it's not. You look at it, it's not confusing, right? It's not. But it is because nobody really understands what the other one needs or wants or, you know, willing to clear that up anytime soon. Let's see. Maybe in February. But it says the time is now. So if you've got something to say, say it. Pile three. What's going on with pile three's person? You absolutely haunt them, though. Oh, snap. This came out in pile two. So that's Cancer, Venus energy, a loving exchange with the Two of Cups, companionship, mutual feelings, new partner, agreement, and sync. A conversation. That's all it takes. Listen, you're my soulmate. Calm the fuck down. You ain't gotta run like that. I just want to snuggle. Um, stuff like that. No, but for real, I think there's such a great friendship. Look at that. Seize the day. And this is the Ten of Pentacles. That's everything, the house, the car, the dogs. There's two dogs there. I always hear, what's that? Two cats in the yard. Our house is a but like it's Virgo, Mercury, Gemini. So we have both Virgo and Gemini coming out in the coins over here. Um, but wealth, patriarch, domestic duty, lineage, buying a house, image, privilege, security, estate. See, that just really feels like um, pile two is a lot about the ego. And I feel like that's where, because normally in this deck, it really just seems bigger, more important, when it comes to being attached to that, like that hierophant energy of different values, different traditions, different beliefs, um, even yeah, like what a family looks like to you. Oh, I'm like, where am I putting this card? And then it comes out with the Knight of Swords, which is seize the day, coming and going, talkative. So, I mean, impulsive, impatient, focused, daring, witty, blunt. So, it feels like sometimes your person seizes the day and everything's beautiful. But then it's running, you know? And look at how the colors of the cards are even the same. It's like one moment they're trying to seize the day, and the next they are running away. Even though they see this soulmate energy, they see this, you know, all the whole shebang. Hearing. But it's still just this, one day energy. It's not solid. Queen of Swords. This came out in pile one. Mentally strong, Aquarius energy. We have Aquarius. So I really am drawn to the word chatty and quirky and direct. I think you like to be this way with your person. I think maybe sometimes it comes off as sharp, um, because I think there's a sensitivity issue that both of you carry. Hmm. Look at it, and it's coming up over this, and you can see that she's wearing like a crown that looks almost exactly the same. And that's the air, unseen potential and hesitation. So you might, you know, say your truth every now and then because you need to be mentally stronger, and that comes with the epiphanies and the intuition and trying be to have clarity. And that kind of sends your person into I keep hearing tizzy, into a tizzy, having a tizzy fit. I haven't said that in a long time. This is not gonna, no matter how perfectly careful you are, pile three, it's gonna be a while, and it's gonna be very hard to keep things in line and keep things to your liking, because there's always something that comes along and messes it up. Let's get one more. Pile three's person. Okay. Two more. Look at that. Look at that. That's kind of, that's kind of, we've got the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups. So I do feel like you are more awakened. You are more, you are further along in your journey than your person. And, it's kind of like you are their light. Something that they have an inner knowing that you, oh, you're just always going to be part of their heart, whether you're close or you're not. Following your heart, Pisces energy, artistic attraction, tactful proposals, affectionate, romantic, charming, psychic, and grace. And then the King of Cups, emotional mastery. And yeah, this is the goal. This is what you want. You want this connection to be heart centered and, kind and self aware. And, we've got psychic again and feeling. Um, hmm. But you're highly intuitive. And your person is too. But you're just further along. Let's see what's on the bottom. This has come up in every pile. And this is the first pile that it's come up upright. The other two piles, it came out upside down. And this is Sagittarius and Mercury energy. We have the Eight of Wands, gaining momentum. Now, eights are about action, swift progress, alignment, communication. Take things off. That's what your person wants. That's what you want. You want to take things off, but this says things take off. So I mean, either or. There's movement, and there could need to be air travel involved for this to happen. Um, let's see what else. I'm nosy. There, we did get that 7 and 8 energy earlier with coming to 15 for the devil energy. So it's Capricorn Saturn. That was pile one. Strings attached. Things that grip you, the shadow self, materialism. There's that ego. Um, so that this came out in shit. I think it was pile two that I used um the twin oddities oracle, but it had material. It was when I was talking about the ego. So I think that was pile two, but you know restriction, obsession, addiction can also represent sexuality and sex. Look at that. Four of Wands, celebrating union. You've got Aries and Venus. Did I tell you guys that about the full moon? I can't ever remember. Um, but yeah, there is today, as we are filming, the full harvest super moon in Aries. And, you know, you know what those full moons do. But Aries, this is not the Aries pile. The last pile was the Aries pile. It's a pile two. But you got the Four of Wands here. That's the 1111 card. United, lover returns, homecoming, celebration. Judgment came out pile two. Heeding the call. There's your awakening, your rebirth, your decision, your action, your renewal. Also, here's something cool. Well, I mean to me, because I love Lizzie Hale, and that's the lead singer Hailstorm. And her birthday is 1010. She, uses the two X's sometimes. So that's what it reminds me of. But Judgment. But this video is being released on 1010, so that could be significant. So we've got Libra in your eight. Sorry, this is just I can't with that. Look at that. You're the sun. Look at this. That is fucking nuts. So we're just gonna look at this. That is so insane. It's a beautiful energy. It's a lot of work. This is definitely feeling twin flamey. Um, you know, so and that shit does not always work out. It's you're there to basically trigger each other into growth and becoming your best highest self. But this is fucking beautiful. You've got all the cards here. All the cards. You got the Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. The only thing I don't see is the Ten of Cups. You got Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. You've got the Sun, which is the happiest card in the deck. You got the Lovers. You got, I mean, the Four of Wands, the Soulmate. It couldn't, the Six of Cups is not here, but I mean, those are all the best cards. Um, but wow. Okay, so let's get some messages and see what happens. You can maybe see where there's a little bit of light coming in through the window there. The sun. Oh my goodness. Pile three. What's going on? What would pile three's person say? Can you find it in your heart to forgive me? I don't want to burden you with my issues. Yeah. Like they know that this is hurting you, but it's hurting them too. You guys just deal with things in different ways. Bound by the red string of fate. Do you know I saw this when I pulled this deck um, for this pile because I use different decks. Um, but yeah, red string of fate. And wasn't, I mean, there's a red string connected to two hands or a copper string, but you know, I thought about it earlier. Okay. The final destination is yet to be written. So I'm hearing rewrite the stars. Um, Such a beautiful song. Now I'm hearing a million dreams. Those are a couple of some of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard. So you might have messages in the lyrics. That's on the oh man. Why can't I remember the name of the movie? It'll come to me. Maybe. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Um Stuck in a karmic pattern, and that's what we were talking about. Yeah. Past trauma keeps them running and guarded. Let's see what's on the bottom. Selfless acts and sacrifices for love. It feels like I've loved you lifetimes ago. Tricked and deceived by a karmic. That one makes my blood boil. Mm. A time of separation meant for growth. So we're back to where we started. I feel you are the one that will free me from this hell I've been trapped in. Mm. When it all feels like heaven, but it when it all seems like heaven, but it feels like hell. I'm hearing that sleep token lyric. Um, you bring out the beast in me, triggered as fuck. Yes, that's absolutely what is happening here. And that's part of that journey, you know? Past life lessons at hand. So, all right. gonna finish with some of my spicy giggle messages that I made this deck for my membership, which is I have some spicy content. You can find all that stuff down below, or even if you want to get into this any further, and you want to do a personal reading, information down below. Somebody wants me to shut up. Okay, but I like to use these because they leave us at least with a little bit of a giggle. Some of the messages are pretty spicy, some of them are sweet, some of them are just like out of pocket. So let's just see what they would say. What haunts pile three's person? Can I have you for breakfast in bed today, every day? Every day. It's getting closer. Going faster than a roller coaster. Oof. Okay. The only way to get rid of temptation is to yield to it. That's what I was talking about with where's the Apple card? Self-worth and trade. Oh. Our time apart has only made me more certain that I want to spend my nights by your side and my days with your heart. Coming up over the time of separation meant for growth. I need something to cheer me up. Send a picture of yourself to me. You choose of what? Okay. I have I had never met a soul who could speak my language until there was you. You are fluent in me. Mm. Yeah. It's on the bottom. When I'm good, I'm very good, but when I'm bad, I'm better. So we're going to leave it here. Pile three, thank you so much for being here. Please make sure to go check out the sister video. It's linked down below with Sarah at the High Maintenance Hippie. Such a beautiful soul. She could be your new favorite voice. She's mine. So thank you so much for being here. I want all my people to go over there and show her some love. And yeah, just let me know. Now, her video is going to be what, son, you know, I know I said this in the beginning, but now I'm remembering that I already went through this. But I just got that knot in my stomach again, like, oh my God, I didn't say something right. So I really think the biggest part, the takeaway here is there are realizations, there are selfless acts and sacrifices for love. There are, you know, triggers stuck in karmic hell. There's all kinds of burdens. And there needs to be a conversation. That's the biggest thing. And I feel like it is coming. So, winter is coming. That's what I just heard. Or February. Well, February is winter. So, you know, time is now. Now, interestingly enough, today is October 8th. So maybe that is your Your sign. I don't know. It's just, I know you won't see this to the 10th, but still, it's a good sign. It's a good sign. So, and that isn't pink rose, isn't that friendship? Alexa, what is a symbol for, what Alexa, hush. I gotta tell her hush because she'll be like, what are you talking about? What? I have to think of the question before I start to say it because I get all tongue tied and she's like, what? Um, what does the color pink mean? Alexa, with pink roses, what does the color pink mean?
Here is an answer from an Alexa Answers contributor that I translated.
Oh.
The pink rose symbolizes gratitude, friendship, and admiration. The more intense the color, the more intense the feelings expressed will be.
And that's coming, pile three. It's coming. Between now and there. And then. So, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some clarity or some giggles. Um, and yeah, thanks for being here. I'm sending you so much love, warm soul hugs, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
妹妹のビーチ